Wong and Rintrah rebalance situation. Will they get nerfed? We find out from Kabam. New content information day. We're going to learn about what's dropping in September later on today, but there are some hints as to what's coming. Wiccan is crashing content, so watch out when you're going up against him. We'll see if there's any answer from Kabam on fixing it. Incursions Buff information is coming soon. We have a little bit more on that, and so much more. Yes, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions.
Yeah. Can you guess what's the worst part about being a severed head?
I don't know, but this is the news show for Friday. Just don't interrupt me again.
Being here with you.
Wow, that's nice.
Tell me, what did you dream about last night?
That's a new one. I'm not telling you. I can't believe I spent most of my Friday speaking to a severed Deadpool robotic head. In any case, hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all. Let's get into some news. So we kick off the show with game crashing when you access or fight against Wiccan in side quest content. I had this yesterday. I don't think this has been fixed, but it could be a case it's been fixed overnight. But definitely last night when I was playing before I went to bed, I definitely kind of went against Wiccan and found that my game just went, just kind of like crashed straight down. And that's definitely in the side quest. A couple of people were saying about that one. And then someone said as well that just crashed while fighting Wiccan in 3.2 event quest. I think this happened before. Definitely happened, I think, with a Wong interaction back in a quest in July, I want to say. Or June or July, one of those two. But I think this is something that needs to, well, definitely needs to be addressed. Another player said, it happened to me 5 times in a row in 2 different devices, and that was as of 4 AM this morning UK time. So yeah, it looks like this is a bug. Do watch out. Like, it may not happen to you like once, but it could be a case that when you're returning back, like on the second time, it could be a case it happens and then just goes, just closes all down. But watch out for Wiccan. And hope it doesn't crash your device. Next up, and it's new content information day. As a lot of you know, on these particular Fridays, the Friday before the new update comes in, we get game information. That particular information will be what the update includes, what the side quest will include, and maybe some other extra kind of like information. We've already had like champion kind of like reveals being put out, but you get a real kind of like scope for stuff. A lot of the things will be included within the Inside the Contest, which, as a lot of you know, has things to do with Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds is coming back next month in a more permanent way, and as a lot of you know as well, your mastery setups are things that you can confirm with like your deck as to like, okay, well, this is the mastery with this particular deck and stuff like that, which gives good scope for kind of like coverage. And that is fantastic. But also there is boss details for Black Widow Citalis, and also the new features going in to some of the stuff that's coming. Except for the quality of life stuff, that's something else. And then obviously we've got the infamous Iron Man. That's a great pause right there. Look, Deadpool, you're being absolutely cream crackered right there. Look at that. You're absolutely destroyed as you go. But yeah, like, all information will be at 10 AM PST, as well as the Ant-Man Spotlight. So look out for that and all the buffs and information, which Kabam John gave teasers for on the XN interviews at last weekend. Let's now turn our attention to Eternity of Pain. As you know, Eternity of Pain 3 is on the books. It's on the game. There's a few things that we've got to go over. There's kind of like a 2-part to this. Part 1 is about, I've seen it sort of like a complaint about the rewards not being buffed between EOP 1 and EOP 2. So one of the good things that has kind of like been added into EOP is that there has been an increase in gold that you get with the objective. So you get like 100k. I think that's a recent one. I could be wrong, and I couldn't really be noticing in the previous EOP week quest. But yeah, there's like 100k right there with that one. I still need to do my EOP, but I've got other things on, so I'm hoping the weekend I get time to catch up. Love catching up. Okay, so also we've got rewards between, as I said, EOP 1 and EOP 2. They haven't seen a buff. I didn't think they were meant to. I thought like once they're kind of like being buffed once, Kabam were like, look, we'll just kind of like do it as is. Because I think it was either they got to downgrade the rewards, but something about, I don't know, there was something that was going to be changing, which Kabam decided not to change. But in case, question was, why did this time the EOP rewards didn't get a buff compared to previous round rewards? And yeah, a few like a few like weird responses in any case. Let's go straight to like Kabam Mike on it. It says, hey, yeah, hey. To address the confusion, the buff to rewards was a one-time occurrence between the first and second. We didn't plan to keep buffing the rewards every series. Yeah, because it just means that like, well, it's easy route and like trying to. I mean, look, here's the thing. As a Thronebreaker player, you will earn Paragon after EOP 3. I would want to say, providing you've done things like Act 7 and various other little bits of content here or that. Like Kabam actually went and closed the thread because it was like, okay, everybody, let's take a step back and breathe. The original post asked, we answered. They accepted the answer. Remember, we're all here to discuss ABC in a respectful manner. So I don't know. It's a big snowball effect after that with these things. But let's move on to deals. Part 2 of this story is all about the offer. The very weird offer that's how it's meant for players. Okay? It's strange. It's strange because this is a Thronebreaker based event talking about Eternity of Pain offers, which can be accessed. It says here, special offers await those who have become Cavalier. That's a kick in the butt, isn't it, right there? Like in game right now, it's got a Cavalier symbol by it, and as like Strong says here, that makes no sense. The offer is for Cavalier and higher, but Cav players can't do EOP. Good catch. Yeah, it is such a weird offer to put out. Kabam Jack says, thanks for catching this. This was as suspected an error. The deal is intended for Thronebreaker Plus, although I must admit it's so weird, as it's specifically meant to help with EOP. The team has decided not to change today's deal, so if you're a Cav player, you still have access to it. Maybe it has to appeal to your outside of EOP. This will be adjusted for future similar offers. And I will be honest, it's me just looking at this, I just don't rate it. If it was meant to be intended as a Thronebreaker Plus offer, it's terrible. The reason it's terrible is that rank 5ing a 5-star. When you're a Thronebreaker, if you just need a Thronebreaker, hey, maybe I'm wrong with that one. But if the latter point of Thronebreaker and Paragon, you'll look at this and go, 1,500 units for rank up materials for 5 stars. I think a lot of kind of Paragon players would go, I'll save the units. I'll invest those units or save them for Cyber Weekend. The same thing with looking at the, I mean, look, 750 units for a Hitmonkey. Okay, you can buy a champion with units now. That's a weird thing. I'd say if you want a Hitmonkey, you don't want to get it for the first time, maybe an opportunity right there. But again, looking at this stuff like from an investment point of view, I just don't see a lot of Paragon players buying it, and with Thronebreaker players as well. Again, I don't see a lot of them buying it. But I could be wrong in this one. I think there probably would be. They would be interested with 1.2 mil gold. But to be honest, that would probably be going in just like that. As soon as you get gold, it's gone like that. Just as simple as that. I don't know. Like, it's a bit of a weird one. Incursions and the Incursion store. So, a couple of days ago, someone put with Paragon introduced recently. Why is the Incursion store so old and not updated? Grinding is hard and the same get 5-star, 6-star shards are still in the same, etc, etc. Store improvements need to be done. I'm just getting back into Incursions. Does remind me, I've got to over the weekend hit up Super Duper Bill about playing. So break out my King Groot again and have a bit of fun. Although the game mode is still a little bit kind of like, it's a little bit janky and it does require a lot of time investment. Anything over an hour needs to be getting good stuff back from it, especially from what you grind, and compare it. And if you compare it to any other piece of content, if you invest an hour into it, I could literally invest an hour into Arena and pick up more than maybe it's a bit kind of excessive. But if I'm picking up more units and I'm picking up other kind of items that are going to be like beneficial in different areas, you have to look at the time allocation and investment to what you're getting out of it. That's the point I need to get to. I've gone off on a tangent. In any case, good news needs to be coming. What is happening? And lots of people have lots of opinions, thoughts on the matter. And we definitely need an answer from Kabam on that one. And Kabam does indeed answer. Kabam Jack says, hey everyone, we should have more information about some changes and additions to Incursions in the coming weeks. And for me personally, I'm recommending everybody, do not spend your Incursion artifacts yet. Why? There could be something that could be a better store on offer for you. So why would you want to spend your Incursion like artifacts now? save them until the store gets buffed, if it gets buffed. But you know, let's just see first off. I've said this before in other threads, but Incursions is one of my favorite game modes, but I definitely see the struggle some people have in picking them up. Personally, I'm excited to see it get some TLC. I agree. Like, I just got back into Incursions, as well as having to kind of do a few things like Alliance Wars and Incursions to pick up shards, and also, yeah, just to pick up shards and stuff, especially since it's gone non-spending. You have to grab all you can in the various game modes that are out there. I'm even going to consider Battlegrounds, but I might have to make a decision about letting one particular mode go, because I just can't do everything. I just don't have all the time in the world. Even though I do this as like a content creation thing, I just don't have the time in the world. This is like part-time between doing this and also working for a games developer working on a AAA game. So it's like, it's you've got to find a balance in life. As well as my own life, out of the way from work. In any case, good news is on the way. Incursions is getting a buff, and hopefully it's soon. Hopefully we get more information. But yes, coming weeks. Look out for it. And now on to one of the most important stories to cover, and that is Wong and Rintrah. I will be honest, I'm a bit surprised Wong isn't getting a little bit more love. The rotation to play the champion is a bit too complex for my liking. But I'm sure that, well, Kabam was saying that it's fine. But look, we'll read this out. Balance team here, and with an update on Wong and Rintrah. We recently completed our initial process for evaluating Wong and Rintrah, and will not be making any changes to their kits. That's very good news. I think a lot of Rintrah players will be surprised at this. If you are using Rintrah correctly, you will know there's an extensive amount of damage that can be grabbed from certain attacks. I hear good things about his SP2, so therefore it's like, okay, that's interesting. That's good as well. So there we go. Very odd that the balance team has not attacked any new champions that have been brought into the game recently. That I find a bit surprising. But again, it is what it is, and maybe Kabam John will say the same thing that he did on the XN interviews, where, you know, a year later he was like, I wanted to make a nerf to Hercules and Kitty Pryde, but we couldn't do it. So what's going on? I doubt that, but well, I didn't expect that he would say that on the XM interviews, but he did. We're seeing Wong do well in both terms of damage and survivability in longer fights, such as Labyrinth of Legends and story content. Is that used more of a testing platform than anything, where he has the room to stack up his spells. With Rintrah, we're seeing players charge through some tough fights in Alliance Wars, taking advantage of his power neutralized versus Cosmic Defenders and other buff matchups, and are happy where he's at in our content as well. All in all, we're happy with both champions have landed the Battle Realm. We'll be leaving them as is. I mean, yeah, that is good news, and hopefully the same can be said for future champions, because let's face it, soon we've got Quicksilver and we've got Gallon. Although I don't think they'll touch them. They seem to be kind of like not touching. They've not touched the champion since they've been put in. Like a Mega Sentinel was fine. Well, no, I don't think they did that, did they? They kind of avoided the rebalance system. Well, you know, recently Scorpion and the other champion were fine. Black Cat were fine. So it was, yeah, odd, but good odd. Thank you as well to everybody that supports the channel as a YouTube member and as a Patreon. You're on screen right now. Also, those that support at twitch.tv/RichTheMan live, as in, like, if you've got Prime sub, if you've got like tier 1 sub, tier 2 sub, thank you very much for the support. And I'll see you in a live stream later on today. And also keep up to date with content. Make sure to check back later on, because we have ourselves the new information for the September updates, including side quests. Side quest totals will be out tomorrow and all that stuff. So yeah, thanks everybody. Check out some content. See you soon.